Let's go.
Crab diver or pit boss. Hear this. Your comrades, your friends, your family, good people with clear debts are being taken. Planet.
Sorry about the interruption.
Sparky. Yes. Biz and I may be in over our heads on this one. Listen up. This Deadlock spat is costing Solaris lives. The Corpus founder, some long-dead cove named Parvis Granum, carries a lot of messianic clout. Well, Neff's claiming the old man's got an heir. If true, that heir can, by rights, claim total control of the board. Board schisms and infighting might be the main reason SU survived this long. If the board unifies under one person, one found by Neff, our people will never see daylight. I need you on this. You in?
Okay, so, story with this, to recap. Neff's been taking some Solaris people and, like, been using them for something, claiming that he's found the founder of the Corpus. And he's claiming that he is also a relative of that guy. So, our job, screw with Nefanyo. Now, this frame right here, this is Harrow. He's gonna be a later story quest character. But, so, he is, I guess, a priest? And we can call him the priest of the Crit Church, because this man loves to hit hard. First ability, you send out that little wave. Don't know why it didn't hit. But you send out that wave, and every enemy hit will give you shield. His passive is that he has double overshield capacity. Second ability is you will smack yourself with your thurible to drain your shield. The more shield it has when you do it, the more duration you get. And it'll buff reload speed and fire rate for the duration, as well as grant you lifesteal. Third ability, drain energy, swinging around your thurible. And you get an energy restore buff on kill. Headshots give ×4. Now that's to go with his ultimate, where he will tank hits through immunity, and the damage, scaling with your ability strength, will be multiplied to give you a crit damage buff ×4 on headshot. This man loves crit, and he will smack you around with no problem. Oh yeah, and that circle right there is his, like, energy restore radius, I think. Yeah, just a quick little thing going on here. Get off that. Alright. Oh yeah, and I just remembered, I said a while back that I would go into Deimos to show it off. I'll do that later, because for one thing, it is a later story quest thing, and I will be showing off additional stuff about Deimos in the meantime. What the devil? Huh? Yeah, look at that fire rate because of it. Yeah, Harrow is a really good frame. Because of his shield restore, he can shield gate extremely well. And he's got a ton of energy and health restores, as well as the ability to literally just say no to damage while gaining a buff when the duration ends. But there's one problem. He needs to kill to get his buffs. Teammates can take that from him. A support frame that's screwed over by their team because they require kills. Yeah. So yeah, if you're in randoms, Harrow can be problematic. But otherwise, he is a extremely good frame to utilize. Especially if you, like, have a coordinated team or play solo. I mean, heck, if you set him up right, you could probably take him into solo Eidolons. Or heck, even Prophet Taker, you could ult and then just ding! Well, maybe not the shield. Can you crit shields? I forgot. This. Yeah, I know, energy setup. I just decided to take in the Sobek for a little bit.
Very special, very secret succession program. It was an epiphany. It would seem that I am one of the sons of our late, great founder. And, more importantly, his heir. Now I have only to prove it. That is where all of you come in.
The brass on this mucker. I have to protect my people from this trust fund lunatic. Do your thing. I'll check in with my Whisper network. Let you know what they're saying. Talk soon. The brass.
Alright. But yeah, real quick thing, the immunity that Harrow grants from his ult does not apply to, like, defense objectives unless it's like an NPC character. Alright. Time for Hildryn. I'm trying to get her prime soon, so we'll be seeing a upgrade at one point, who knows. So, yeah, I gotta head to Fortuna. And of course, spoilers, unfortunately. Wait. Ignore the environment right now. So, when you get to max rank with Vox Solaris, you'll be going back here to do Prophet Taker and all that. But for right now, we're doing the Protea quest.
Sumper thinks he can prove he's a sprog of noble descent. No idea how. Parvus was assassinated before any of us were an itch. This?
Look familiar, Outworlder. Warframe, yes, but one of a kind. Protea. Legend says she was built specifically for and assigned to one Parvos Granum. Yes, part of a deal Granum cut with the Orokin themselves. Granum was no amateur, he had real power. Our ear inside says Nef's techs have found a lead on Protea's whereabouts. Protean traces, they're calling them.
Granum, the original taxman. Killed when someone, a board member most likely, sabotaged the void drive of his personal transport. Nef wants gene proof, but there's nothing left to scan.
And yet, so they believe, they found Granum's Warframe bodyguard, who was with Granum when that void drive went critical. So, who is to say what's true?
Our people are vanishing because of this. That's true, I know it. I don't care if Parvus Granum is dead, alive, or making change tap dancing in a Grenier officer's mess. Sparky, you find what Nef's looking for. You'll find out what happened to our people. Get on it.
Alright then. Return to Orbiter. Alright, by the way, for, Hildryn, this is kinda directed towards DE a bit, but, why is her passive the same after you made shield gating a thing for everybody? Like, it kinda feels like that shouldn't be a thing. Like, maybe you could give her, while her shields are up, she gets damage reduction. Like, as an additional part. That could be good. I mean, I know that her abilities cost, but still.
Right. It's a great, big hand.
Huh.
Granum tribute. Story is, Parvos was missing his left hand. See if you can...
Huh?
Another engineering blunder? We need confirmation. Reset and get our next volunteer into position.
What was that?
I think it was a void temporal shift. I'm not entirely sure. Never seen one before. Small, though. Not as big as a person. Patch me into the system. Could do with some noise while I'm eyeballing the bits.
Alright. So, Hildryn is a shield-based Warframe. As you can see, like, look at that shield. So, her abilities as an additional thing for her, she doesn't have energy. So, like, I guess frames like Harrow are kind of useless. Energy orbs, however, will restore shield when she picks them up. Now, her first ability, Balefire Charger. Get a little horseshoe and bang. And yes, her muscles aren't just for show. Second ability, Pillage. She'll send out a wave of energy, and every enemy hit in the wave will be marked and have damage dealt to their shields, or points to their armor. If the enemy, or not if, when the ability ends, or when it's reactivated early, it will be pulled back and transfer all those shields and armor to restoring your shields. Third ability, Haven. You'll fire off a tether at enemies and allies. Allies affected have their shields increased and will also get shield recharge. If they go out of range, then the extra shields are converted into overshield.
They're gearing up.
And then, when Hildryn applies it to an enemy, they take damage over time, and the drain is based off of per enemy and per ally, less for allies. And then finally, her ultimate... Oh, hi there, sir.
No! This! What is that thing?
I'm not. Outworlder, hold position. I'm getting something.
He'll pay for this. Volunteers. He's killing our people for some kind of weapons test.
So yeah, the ultimate is this. You'll float in the air, and you can like raise up or like lower down, and you'll produce this AoE around you. Basically, in a sense, the same thing as what Haven does, but it'll also lift enemies into the air, and if they're alive while in it, they will generate energy orbs. Energy orbs that you can use to restore your shields. Unfortunately, there's one negative. You can't use your pillage ability while in that state. So before you run out, I would recommend hopping out to like refresh your shields better. There are also two arcanes that I would recommend, being Arcane Aegis and Arcane Barrier. One gives you a shield recharge, while the other gives you a massive, like, full shield restore. And both trigger when you take damage. So whenever an enemy hits you, you have a chance of just basically getting all your energy back for your abilities. And there are even two augments, one for the Balefire Charger, and one for Pillage / Haven. Oh.
What is this? What are we looking at?
The jockey's feed.
Sparky, you better get out of there. Well, we make sense of this.
Alright. But yeah, so having both of those will give you massive viability with Hildryn. Why did I equip that? Okay, yeah. And also, before I go, when you're in your ult, if you activate your one, you get two of them. Fire rate does not increase. And neither does damage. Why? Feels like a missed opportunity there, DE. Just saying. So yeah, Hildryn is... She's a good tanky frame, but shield-based tanking.
Waiting for you, Outworlder.
Okay, I'm gonna have to return to Fortuna. Before that, I'm swapping to the pirate. So this, who I'm playing as, is Hydroid. He's two gimmicks in one. He is a water frame and a pirate frame. Pirate being like theming for his abilities, basically. And you know, funny enough, I'm using Hydroid Prime. It took them forever to come out with this stinking thing.
How many kids are going to grow up in the vents because of this? How many parents lost because I couldn't do my job?
UD. There's a vent kid, a very long time ago, who would have hero worshipped the woman she became. You're enough.
If Neff intends to visit that pocket for his proof, he won't risk himself. Not at first. Sparky, you can beat him to it. Biz has figured out how to activate Neff's Granum tributes. You won't believe this.
These tributes are essentially coin-operated. You'll need a Granum crown. You'll have to search the ship.
Neff as the Corpus figurehead, with the United Board behind him, will be hell for us and workers everywhere. See if you can get across first. Tax whatever proof he's hoping to collect, muck up his plan, and find our people.
Alright. Oh yeah, and also, this character right here is who you talk to for, like, the Vox Solaris standing. That is something for unlocking, like, spoiler stuff later. So as I was saying, Hydroid is a mix between a pirate frame and a water frame. Because of how his abilities were, and so Hydroid Prime wasn't the one that took forever to come out. It was his trailer that took forever. It almost became the Half-Life 3 of Warframe for the most part. Like, even Trivros, I mentioned him in a previous episode, even him in a 20 Sins of Warframe video mentioned that whole thing about the Hydroid Prime trailer. And he even mentioned for them to just outsource it to OmniVoice. Because of how long it's been taking for this stinking Frames trailer to come out. And on top of that, his trailer finally came out when he got a visual update. Not a rework like everybody thought it could be. No, a visual update. Now, how this frame works, first off, for abilities, passive is a weird one. So, if I can get it to work, so yeah. When you slam, you have a chance of spawning one of those. I will explain later. First ability, you can channel. Yes, I chose yellow for the coloring because it's a water frame, just for the joke. Tempest Barrage. You summon down a rainstorm.
Dispatch the treasurer with my offering.
And yep, it's basically like firing cannonballs. Second ability, forgot the name, I think it was Tidal Surge. You will charge forward as a wave, dragging all enemies grabbed with you. And then, third ability, I'm a puddle. Now I can use what I summoned before to grab enemies, pull them into the puddle. I can use all of my other abilities while in this state. Enemies that I grabbed basically are dragged under to drown. And then, the ultimate for Hydroid... Hang on a second. Just getting that out of the way. The ultimate for Hydroid... As that one character would say in Paladins, release the Kraken!
None shall deny me. What? Tenno? Again? Not today.
Oh, just for crying out loud.
Lavos' heir, it is my offering to make. I am coming, Father. It is I who shall pay tribute. Your Neff is almost home. They must not reach him before we do. Is that understood?
Him! As if the body would still be intact. Something's off. Get to the tribute. Expect some friction.
Alright then. So yeah, the reason for the ultimate, or not the ultimate, the passive being spawning a tentacle is because he's got a pet kraken he can call in. Now, it doesn't do much damage, it's just for crowd control. The longer you channel it, the longer the duration is, as well as the number of tentacles that can spawn to grab enemies. Oh yeah, and the bigger area it can cover. Alright then, I'm just gonna use one of these.
We've got a lock on you, Outworlder. Good luck.
Hello!
It has been so long since these old eyes beheld another living thing here in the sanctuary. I am Parvos Granum. Thank you for finding me.
I the void. You are alive. My faith never wavered.
I live. Treachery seethed within the heart of the faith I had built when the board's assassins overloaded my transport's void drive. Protea, my beautiful Protea, and her gift for manipulating time preserved me.
Really?
But at the cost of all that she was. Now, she is nothing more than a specter of her former self. My beautiful Protea. That is why you have been invited here.
What?
Father, permit me to show you all I have built in your name. Do Nef-Onyo that honor.
My name. I have watched you. Monuments to narcissism, demanding others sweat in your stead, gorging upon that which you have not earned. Watched as you claimed for yourself my teachings of self-reliance, perverting them into a flaccid philosophy of sloth, of idleness. Is that you, my son?
No, that must be a different son.
You know nothing, falling short as you do of every ideal that I value. Your words, your efforts, are the model of inadequacy. I called you Nathaniel, but I do not need you. I need them.
Whoa.
Them? Tenno? Father, you're making a mistake. Come now.
Protea has
I can't say, sir.
kin, and with that, she is reinvigorated. Now, my lovely, if you wouldn't mind, show our guests the door.
Whoa, 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 okay.
We've got a lock on you, Outworlder.
What just happened?
What the hell? Outworlder, I'm pulling sensory feeds from a trip you haven't taken yet. And hearing myself say things I've never said in a place I've never seen. Parvos? Yudi, you should see this. What if Neff has similar logs?
Biz has a handle on the time jump, but we've got bigger problems than Neff now. Get out of there.
Not good enough, am I? Inadequate, am I? You've been watching me, have you? Well, watch as I show you how we do things these days. Crews, repel those specters! We have bigger fish to fry.
Here we go. Oh. There we go. That fixed it up. Acquire parts for the Zorus. Now that was a weapon that you get for free, being this. Do I only have to do the mission once?
Neff's given us a cipher for an old file. Phantasmic scintilla and motive forces. We'll need more specifics to build whatever this tool is.
Neff probably wanted us to buy it. Now, a gimmick of this weapon is it is the only thing that can be actually like super effective in the Granum Void, and it also sports an additional thing. As you probably have noticed, my combo count hasn't gone down. That is because this weapon has an infinite combo duration, meaning you can get it up to 12 combo count without having to worry about the duration going away.
See if that new cipher works as promised.
Some doors ought to remain closed. That's not in my worldview. Fire, fusion, void. Progress always comes entangled with risk, with violence. With the precious sample obtained, development is accelerating. The Entrati have kept their secrets long enough.
Let's clear out these guys real quick. Oh, hi.
That's not the good noise. Pull that data now, Sparky, or it's gone.
I hate the updated Corpus tile set, like, spy vaults.
As my Archimedeans explained, mimicry is in its nature. And echo, exposed to precept circuits, we are able to imprint behaviors, like an infant mirroring her surrogate. Only this infant can set the world on fire.
So yeah, he was the inventor of Spectre tech, by the way. And Spectres are a thing that you can get through doing rescue missions. And you can choose a Warframe to like make a Spectre out of. Some of them are like good, admittedly. Others currently, as far as I know, Varuna Spectre doesn't even use her abilities, so yeah, needs a bit of an update. Okay. right there.
Dallasburg think they control us. They hit our research site with a Warframe assault team. Of course they did. I begged them to do it. The whole site lit up. 18 megatherm bloom. The whole lab vaporized. Those Warframes with it. Fire, fusion, void.
Pavel's granum originated spectre particle theory? Guts. This old coot is a whole other order of intelligence, and that's bad for us. Get back to your ship. I need to figure out this Zorus thing.
Thanks for the fast work, Biz. Sparky, listen up. Biz's findings indicate Parvus might be close to translating himself from that reality into our own. We're not exactly sure how, but we're getting some odd readings. You've got to build the Zorus before Parvus gets free.
A weapon?
Yeah, I just built it, of course.
Glass, but with an energy trap. Spectre particles, maybe. Has a mid-flight detonation trigger. Tricky, but I'm sure you'll get the hang of it. Gear up and let's go.
Pavos! Actually, hang on, I just remembered something. I'm going to swap to another frame now. Inaros. Inaros is an interesting frame. You'll see why when I get in. Now, you might notice my health. Where's my shields? Well, Inaros doesn't have any. He is a tank frame in health tanking alone. And he can boost his tanking through consuming some health with his ultimate to gain armor. Now, that may not sound very good, but he actually has some ways to get around this. His passive, if he were to die, he enters his sarcophagus. Yes, this is a reference to the movie The Mummy. And he will begin to, like, drain health of nearby enemies to attempt to revive himself. The problem is the damage is not good. So, yeah, originally he was supposed to be part of, like, a revive squad, basically. One of the first, actually. But they ballsed it up. So, he has terrible scaling with it. His one, to help counteract that, has the ability to blind enemies, and while they're blinded, he can perform a finisher on them and get some health back off of them.
Wait, it's a time prison, right? Sparky, if you can get back inside before the reactor tilts, you theoretically have all the time in the world.
Second ability is called Devour. So let me take care of these guys real quick. Where's an enemy? There's one. You can drag them over, or just tap it to drop them in a sand trap. And yeah, he'll just, again, pull a mummy from the Mummy movies and basically just, like, I don't know how to describe it, really, but, he will drain their health to heal himself. When he is able, he's going to be able to get all of that health back while immune doing it, and if he kills an enemy while doing it, he will be able to spawn them as a Sand Spectre. Now, his summons aren't really that good. His next ability, I don't have it equipped. I have Chroma's Elemental Ward equipped. But his third ability, everybody just goes with the meme of calling it Druid Sandstorm. Because he literally turns into a sandstorm. And then, to go with that, his, he can use it on enemies affected by Devour to heal himself and spawn specters out of it. His ultimate is, so you saw how I was able to consume health to gain armor. I can tap the ability while looking at someone to consume a percentage of my armor to drain health from them over time. Now, admittedly, I don't use this. I just use it for the armor gain and that's it. I see you up there, coin boy. Give me that coin. Back to the void!
Biz. I don't think they made it.
Nah, I made it.
You did. They're alive. Listen, Neff's whole fleet is overloading. Huge energy spike. We need to take out Protea. Ready that, Saurus.
Why do you look eerily familiar?
Our ring jockeys. They're trapped in some kind of energy enclosure. You'll need to charge the Zorus to break it open.
Risk comes from not knowing what you are doing. There's no stopping this without stopping Protea. A bit like eating your own, no?
Here they come. Take out the errants. Then use the Zorus to trap the Spectre particles that escape. You'll have to time it just right.
So yeah, as you can see, I now have these little marks there. If I activate heavy attack, while I have 3 marks while in this area, it causes that explosion. It basically makes the heavy attack have a bigger AoE, and it's the only way to free Trap Solaris in here. You can get up to 300 reputation out of it. Now, in here, usually, you would also see a, like, triangle little thing floating around. That's a time increase. If you come in here normally to try and farm Protea's parts, then you will need to, like, pick up those to extend your time in here. Otherwise, kill these things as fast as you can.
Overloading void engines are preventing the exits you opened for my captives from closing. Well done, and goodbye. Enjoy your stay.
Yeah, the Zorus is busted.
Outworlder, you've got to get out of there.
Hi, Protea. Now.
That's it. The cycle's degrading.
She keeps trying to time rewind, and I'm just like, nah. You're not doing it. Oi! Where do you think you're going?
That's it. The cycle's degrading.
Oh, okay.
You're too late! The old man's errant specters have... Huh?
Huh?
The protean trace is... gone? Where is he? Where is my father?
That temporal effect again. And yes, there are your sensory feeds, just like last time. So, the Zorus worked. In a battle that never happened. Or did it? I have a headache.
Don't think about it, Biz. You're gonna pop a blood vessel.
Tonight, all
It's thinking
Fortuno
time
will be
travel.
singing
It's
a
not
verse
supposed to
in
make
your honor.
sense. So yeah, if you're planning to farm in the Granum Void, bring your Zorus. It makes the whole activity way too easy. Especially, I believe, if you have Mirage. Because Mirage, you can multiply projectiles with her ability. Just had to shoot him in the bag. Oh yeah, and this Spectre debris, I forgot what entirely it's used for.
Solaris, we are reunited. Parents to children. Family to family. Take this time to hold one another. For tomorrow our struggle continues. We will persevere. Know that our emancipation is writ in the stars, with Solaris and Tenno united.
Yep, and that's that quest, and unfortunately Granum got away. That's because we have another quest later. This one. I'll get to that in a bit. For now, we're off to do the new Strange.
Operator, what is Cephalon Cimeris like? I have heard so many wonderful things.
Cimeris is annoying, Artis. He's annoying.
My sentinels entered this Grineer prison searching for a curious anomaly. Their last known location was the prison block. Hunter, I must know their fate.
Alright, so this is Khora. Basically think Catwoman, as in like DC. So her passive is Venari here, but also she gets a movement speed buff per companion she has. I think. I forgot.
What was so important that your
First ability,
risk entering a Grineer
Whip
prison?
Claw. It's literally a whip.
Knowledge is important. I would expect you to know that, Lotus.
Second ability is, I will need a volunteer. And Snare. You wrap them up, enemies nearby will be grabbed. They also take more damage from Whip Claw. Ensnare does not work on Eximus unless their overguard is removed. Venari is an interesting one for her ability. So, unlike others where swapping was tap and you activate it with hold, hers is the exact opposite. You need to hold to swap a, like, stance, basically, with attack being Venari's, like, high damage or state, protect being able to disarm one enemy at a time, making them go melee, and heal. Venari will stick close to an ally and grant them health regen. And when you tap the ability while looking at an enemy, you will mark them to deal bonus damage, or not bonus damage, to have Venari perform their action. If you have it on heal, you select when a teammate will be healed. And if you don't have a guy marked, then you'll just be marking yourself.
Come home, my darlings. Hunter, my gratitude is boundless. Head for extraction so that we might discuss.
Not so fast, Tenno. If Cephalon Samaris isn't willing to tell us.
And then finally, her ultimate, Strangle Dome.
And find their security logs.
I know some people would be into that. So yeah, it'll grab enemies, holding them up, and if they are hit by it, and you use Whip Claw on the outer ring, all enemies affected by Strangle Dome will be grabbed by, or not grabbed, will be damaged by Whip Claw throughout the entire AoE. So yeah, Khora is a really good frame, in my opinion, but I personally don't really use her much. I just don't really enjoy her playstyle as much as others do. I mean, she is quite fast thanks to the whole multiple companions boosting her movement speed thing.
Get to extraction.
Oh no, a horde of enemies group. Yep, just like Catwoman, I came in, stole their stuff, and ran off. So yeah, she's honestly not one of my favorites for characters.
But we managed to retrieve fragments of a biological signature. Could this be what Samaris was after?
Kullervo. Oh, this one's gonna be fun.
Now. Oh, there's nothing here but...
Search and find the eyes of day drinking the night.
Huh?
Pardon, operator. It seems Ordis is hearing voices again. Running diagnostics.
No, Ordis. We heard it too. Tenno, that's the voice from the arcane codices. Cephalon Samaris is hiding something. Pay him another visit. Find out what he knows.
Samaris has no reason to lie, operator. Please, treat the great Cephalon with respect.
Okay.
The sector is under control.
I'll meet you at the relay.
Troops.
The
Disruption to the security logs was extensive, but we managed to retrieve fragments of a biological signature. Could this be what Samaris was after?
Ordis will perform analysis on the signature now. Oh, there's nothing here but...
Here we shall search and find the eyes of day drinking the night.
You will make an excellent hunter.
Pardon, operator.
The
It
multitude of
seems Ordis
creatures
is
you have
hearing voices
immortalized
again.
would cry out
Running
in
diagnostics.
thanks.
Hang on a
If
second.
they could.
No, Ordis. We heard it too. Tenno, that's the voice from the arcane codices. Cephalon Samaris is hiding something. Pay him another visit. Find out what he knows.
Samaris has no reason to
Show
lie,
me
operator.
your dedication to the
Treat the great
sanctuary.
Cephalon with respect.
I can see you are hungry for the searching for answers, Tenno. Knowledge must be earned. I have a task for you, small compared to the vast needs of Sanctuary. Hunt for me, and in return I will tell you what that biological signature means.
Okay, D-pad.
Knowledge is the path to the singularity.
Nah, I know how to use that. So, what he gives you is his synthesis scanners. They will give you reputation for his faction thing. Right here. That's seriously not... You're crying out loud. Where's my stupid synthesis scanners? There we go. Alright. Easiest place, Ares, or any of these other ones. So this is introducing you to how to get reputation with Samaris. Samaris is also where you'll get blueprints for any quest characters again for repeat. So like Gara, Garuda, because Garuda was part of the Solaris United quest, Protea, and so on and so forth.
Your target is this location's computer system. Find and access the terminals. You need to destroy the reactor.
So a gimmick of the scanner is that you can actually use it to try and find the target. How it works is you equip it, aim, and see that little trail there? That's it saying, hey, it's over this way. Huh? Ah, it's over this way, huh? Through this door, maybe? Nope. Through this door. Eh? What? Huh? Where? What? Okay.
That's it.
There he is.
It will be
So now you have to scan on 4 parts on them. Head, the legs, and one arm. The scan progress stays, and once you get all 4 scans, he gets Thanos snapped to Samaras.
Continue this on Tenno, and enlightenment will follow.
So then, once that's done, and I suggest doing this solo. I've tried doing like scans for him. Like, you can do daily scans and he'll give you rewards for it, like endo credits and reputation and all that. But, well, actually I think it's only the endo, I forgot. But, he will give you all those benefits and all that.
That's it. Now get out of here.
Right, so, as I was going to say about, Kullervo as well, by the way. So, for Kullervo, right, his passive, he has 75% heavy attack efficiency, and 100% heavy attack wind-up speed. So, like, and that's only for melees. So, like, when you go to use a heavy attack, it's, like, super slow for Kullervo. Almost instant. First ability, you look at a target, activate, you'll perform a heavy attack and teleport to them. It's basically the same as Ash's teleport, but instead of having the augment to perform a finisher, you just do a heavy attack. Second ability, you'll summon blades that will seek out enemies and deal damage. They stay out for 5 seconds. If they do not find a target, they'll deal damage to Kullervo. If he's at full health when he does this, he gets Overguard. Otherwise, he gets healed per enemy hit. Third ability, fire off a wave. Every enemy hit is marked, and when you hit one of them, you hit all of them. The higher your ability strength, the higher the damage transfer, up to 100% chain. And then his ultimate, you just throw daggers into the air, and then in an AoE, based off of your range and all that, daggers start flying down. Now, that meter right there for combo, any of his abilities for daggers and all that will give combo count. So his 2, his ult, all of it, every hit will give combo count. So he is extremely effective at getting combo meter. Unfortunately, don't think about putting any combo mods on him, as in like combo or heavy attack efficiency. It's not going to work. Alright, so I will be right back. Once I am done with the remaining 2 scans, I will like just cut to that point basically. So be right back. So that is the 3rd one done. Also, I forgot to mention this, but for Kullervo, his first ability you can also hold to just flat out teleport, and either form of using his one will grant you a crit damage buff for your melee. Now yes, this is only melee buff, but I mean, you can combo it with a Collective Curse and nuke a room. So, not much of a problem there, in my opinion.
I see we are of like. I thank you, Tenno. You found something my sentinels missed in that prison. You will make an excellent hunter. I will decipher as we agreed. It is of Tenno origin, with an anomaly from before the Orokin Purge. This knowledge must be synthesized. It belongs in Sanctuary. I have created a blueprint based on its biological properties. Build it, so we both may become enlightened by it.
Okay.
Hunter, you know what to do. Construct the item I've given you. This knowledge could empower us both.
Completing this blueprint has sent out some kind of signal. Operator, I feel...
Oh.
Is silent in the calm. Hushed and empty is the womb of the sky.
Operator?
I will begin shielding your Cephalon's somatic routines. Meanwhile, you must hunt for me. I have traced the source of this message.
Thank you, Samaris.
Whoever we're dealing with slaughtered the Grineer searching for the codices. It must be going after the Corpus next. Get there and intercept.
Alright. Time to see what the source of that whole thing was.
I am not detecting any Tenno here.
There may be information stored on the network.
Tenno, I'll have to break into the network. Be prepared for heavy resistance. I can't do this without you.
Okay, mobile defense. They should have swapped off Kullervo to show off another frame. Oh well. I'll do that next.
Here is a terminal. Get me in and get ready to defend. I'm in, Tenno. This will take a moment.
Come on, game. There we go. Dogs. Sorry if you're hearing any barking there, my dogs go crazy at the slightest thing walking by.
Still working on it. Continue to defend.
He tossed up an Eximus? Rude. Yeah, mobile defense is just stand by terminal, keep it alive for the duration. As the name says, basically it's the defense activity type, but like you go to 3 different terminals usually. 2 in this one's case, it looks like.
Area completed. Move on.
Yeah, as you can see, like the teleport for his first ability is extremely useful for mobility.
Drop me in and defend our position.
The distance it travels is scaling with your range stat.
This will take a moment.
Oh, just get out. Stomp a drone out of the air. Let's see if I could do Tenno space program. Nope, they just shattered. Really, game? No tunnel space program? Send him to orbit! Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Thank you, Eva.
Still working on it. Continue to defend.
Oh, jeez. God, it just doesn't have enough, like, corpse physics, man. That resource right there, by the way, is a resource for Railjack that you'll need.
The odds were against
There you go.
us, Tenno, but we did it.
Time for escape.
Mission complete.
Huh? The heck was that?
Chroma? I haven't seen one since... No, it couldn't be. I don't like this, Tenno. This Chroma has been to the locations that both the Grineer and Corpus have found codices. It's covering someone's tracks.
Motivations are inconsequential. Focus on finding their next location.
Well, Operator, the next logical location is the machine where we previously activated codices, aboard the derelict ship.
Very good, Cephalon Ordis. Your potential is squandered here as a simple servant of this operator. It would be a shame for you to waste away here, as all things outside Sanctuary do.
We don't have time for this. Tenno, return to the machine before the trail goes cold.
Alright. Well, let's show off the next boy. And to go with that, I'm bringing his weapon. Just because it is a crime to run without it. This is Lavos, the alchemist frame. Time to revisit the derelict.
Chroma is one of the most powerful Warframes. Its ability to adapt is unparalleled.
Then the question is, if it is not Tenno controlled, what entity dominates it? That is the true prey. I must have that other for my sanctuary.
Okay, so before we continue, Lavos has two passives, basically. First one is that if you hold an ability, you can insert an element. And you can combine it into a second element. The second passive is if you pick up an energy orb, you will get immunity to status effects for the duration, because Lavos does not use abilities. Or, not abilities. He doesn't use energy. Instead, he has cooldowns. And these cooldowns can only be reduced through one mean, and that is through his third ability, Now, his first ability, the snakes on his arms, he just has them lash out real quick, dealing status damage. The second ability, Vial Rush. As you can see, he's got these weird vials of liquid on him. You charge forward, leaving some behind, and then at the end, release an AoE of them. Third ability, you'll toss out a transmutation probe, as it's called. This probe will deal electric damage to all enemies hit, and per enemy hit, your ability cooldowns will be reduced. It has a 10-second cooldown. Oh yeah, and for each ability, first ability deals toxic damage, can imbue your abilities with toxin. Second ability deals cryo damage, can imbue them with cryo. Oh, look at that! I didn't even notice you could get that in here. Anyways, third ability can imbue your abilities with electric, and fourth ability can imbue your abilities with fire.
I need this information. Synthesize it.
Synthesize the chroma, huh? Oh no.
We have everything we came for. Get to extraction.
Now, unfortunately, Samaris, a Warframe cannot be captured for synthesis. Sorry to tell you. Finally, for Lavos, to round him off a little bit, his fourth ability, which is the longest cooldown ability, is this. You send off those little devices, they leave a trail of fire behind them, and they deal increased damage per status effect. It is basically condition overload on an ability. And his shotgun, this is the reason why I said it is a crime to run without it on Lavos. The alt fire will not consume any ammo and will ricochet a disc between enemies, applying basically every single status effect on hit. And the normal shotgun shots deal more damage per status effect. So again, condition overload, but on a shotgun.
Cephalon orders. Through my teaching, you should be able to extract a blueprint from the hunter's synthesis. Let us begin the final hunt. Defeating Chroma will allow us to synthesize it. Only then we will learn the secrets of its controller.
Operator, this sounds dangerous.
Cephalon orders. Please. You must learn to collaborate with me if you are to be my eternal steward of the sanctuary.
I would be steward of your sanctuary?
Ours. And with a full retrofit. Total mimetic
Mate, don't try to steal my Cephalon.
Abandon the operator?
Yes, the operator deserves a newer, better ship Cephalon. I think this is probably for the best.
Then it is decided. I will prepare your data transfer when your operator has completed this hunt. Tenno, I've marked the location.
Mate, you have made an enemy today. You're trying to steal my boy. For crying out loud, these dogs.
Activate the machine and then prepare yourself.
So, Limbo here, He is the Rift Walker, as I call him. I'm not sure his exact title, but his passive is that if you perform a dodge, he enters the rift. That thing is left behind and teammates can walk in too, but for a limited time. While in the rift, you cannot interact with anything outside of the rift, and vice versa. And on top of that, you also get energy regen while in the rift. Enemies can still see you though, so be careful. You can dodge again to exit out of the rift. Allies can dodge to exit the rift early. First ability is Banish. You just put an enemy into the rift instantly. Like that. It does deal damage too. Second ability is Stasis. Now, you need an enemy in the rift to perform this. So, yeah, I'm just going with a max range Limbo for this. But with Stasis, you pop it, enemies are frozen in the rift. They cannot act in any way. Third ability, Rift Surge. If an enemy is in the rift, then you can activate this, and as soon as they exit the rift, while it's on them, they will be put back into the rift and take nearby enemies with them. Hello? I'm confused. Is the game not going to give me enemies? Hello? I swear to God, if it... Did it glitch? Did an enemy get stuck in the rift? Osprey.
Now we wait and learn from the results.
But the operator is in danger.
Knowledge, Cephalon. My knowledge will preserve you forever. This operator will pass, as do all beings of substance. It is our purpose to learn from the results.
Pop.
But just
So yeah, Cataclysm, it's your main build type is either going to be like a high duration, low range, or just a max range to nuke the room sort of thing. And also, you can throw a Cataclysm on top of the defense objective and enemies can't damage it. Or you if you're inside of the rift. If they aren't in it, of course. Now, you may have noticed that meter building up underneath my reticle. This is the miter, and I have its Incarnon. Incarnons are a thing for later game, but when you have it, if you heavy attack basically, you can activate its thing and it basically becomes a mini Cedo. Except it does consume ammo in the form of the Incarnon mode energy, and it will it won't apply every status effect, but it has the homing of the Cedo and the ricochet of it. So yeah, really good Incarnon if you're able to get it. How you get it is through Steel Path for Deviri. And that's in the circuit too, by the way. Alright, last wave. So yeah, as you can see, that guy was shooting at me. It was doing literally nothing. Oh yeah, I have a multi-shot thing that's making it consume on shots. Hey,
The
Chroma.
operator comes first.
Ordis, free yourself of this.
Shut your oscillator, Samaris.
Operator, use the scanner on the Chroma. You do not have to kill it or risk yourself. You can release it from its control with the scanner.
And yeah, you ran.
Now, Tenno, you have done well.
Hooray! Ordis stays, Chroma is gone, and doing this quest would give you his blueprint, but you'd have to do a few junctions in order to get his part blueprints. So yeah, Chroma takes a while.
You've severed the control of Chroma. The hunt is over.
For now, these scans will be an incredible addition to Sanctuary. I will continue my search for the source of the voice and its domination. Return to me, and hunt again, Tenno. I will reward you.
More importantly, the operator is unharmed.
I mean, I wouldn't say that, I kinda got shot up a bit.
I was offering a greater purpose. Healing. As steward, I would have restored your lost memories.
I am Ordis, Shipcephalon. I serve the operator. I make new memories.
And there we go. And I think I...
Hunter, you have worked hard. Captured millions of imprints to be combined into ideal specimens for the Sanctuary. In light of your tireless contributions, I've decided to expand your role. Every day I perform preliminary synthesis to determine what creature will join the Sanctuary next. Do you want to see the Sanctuary grow as quickly as I do? Then join me in this task by visiting the Sanctuary.
So yeah, all that is saying you can do Cephalon Samaris stuff. Alright, I'll be showing off Loki next, and the next quest is going to be, give it a sec, the Nata quest. So I will be showing that off in the next one. See ya.